We're down here at Gladstone Cycles now. Alistair, you've come off your bicycle. Tell us a wee bit about it.
Yep, no, I was down at the track last night and I sort of came off and landed on my face and did the old trick.
Now you look pretty battered. I mean, we're not just seeing what's on your face here. You've hurt your arm and
the knee and the hips and everywhere else. Yeah, I was wearing a helmet, which sort of saved myself a bit, which was quite good. Yeah.
What would have happened if you weren't wearing that helmet?
Oh, well, it would have been a lot of damage. I could have done some damage to my head and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I've got a little bit of a headache this morning, but really it did save my life, sort of thing.
Okay, so it was the best thing. It was well done.
Yeah.
Well done for wearing your helmet.
Yeah.
Okay, did you have any other forms of protection on as well?
No, I was just wearing a skin suit, so that sort of didn't help too much with the old arms and stuff, but the helmet really did the trick.
So
it's really good.
You'd recommend to people out there to definitely wear a helmet?
Oh, most definitely. If I wasn't wearing one, I would have had a lot more damage than what I have now. So.
Okay, well I hope you get better soon. Thanks a lot, Alistair.
Thanks very much.
Great. Okay, now tell us a bit more about these helmets that we must have.
Well, as you can see by Big Al over there, things look pretty gruesome, and he is lucky he had his helmet on, and it did crack. It had a big crack down the middle of it, and the helmets are designed to crack. They're like a big shock absorber on your head, and we see probably 2 or 3 cases a month like Alistair coming in with some terrible injuries, and there's some horrible things happening out there, and you still see people riding to and from work, kids, generally teenagers, riding to school or people to work with their helmet over the handlebars. Now I don't know how they're going to get it on their heads if they have a crash, and you've really got to wear a helmet, and if you don't wear a helmet you really are asking for trouble.
I do see a lot of teenagers about, because it's quite strange really, because you can get some really trendy helmets. You can look really quite cool with your helmet on, can't you?
There is some cool stuff. I think you've hit it on the head there, Kershla, really. No pun intended. But the big thing is, these helmets are pretty trendy, and I guess if you spent 2 hours getting your hair ready in the morning, the last thing you want to do is slap a helmet on, but they really are essential, and there's so many silly things happen, people driving out of driveways and things. If you have a crash and you don't have a helmet on, you're really risking the chance of a serious head injury. These ones here in the helmet department have been probably among the most popular this summer, and they're $39. They're not a huge expense. You could spend the rest of your life with some kind of permanent injury if you don't have these things on. They have a visor on them which clips off and clips on, which is really quite trendy for the younger ones. They come in a range of colours, they come in a range of sizes, and it does pay to come in and get them fitted.
Okay, great stuff. Okay, so we can't get by without our cycle helmet, and you have a huge variety down here at Gladstone Cycles.
Yeah, we have everything from $29 right through to about $250 in stock, and there's a whole range of sizes. It is really quite interesting how people's heads change shape, and it really does pay to come in and try a few on. We've got a tape measure we tape up. If we can't get the helmet that fits your head, we can get it the next day, and there's a great range. We have a whole range right from Bell, Radical hats, Balance hats, Vibe hats. There's a lot of them are made in New Zealand, a lot of them are made in America.
Now Doug, you've got some great bikes for us here. What are these ones called?
Well, this is the new range we've got in store, Kershla, called GT. Now they're an international brand. They're all designed in America, and they've been at the forefront of mountain biking. The guy that designed these bikes is called Gary Turner. That's the GT label, and he was amongst the first guys to ever start mountain biking in America. So there's a great range they go right through, once again, all the bike ranges seem to nowadays. They start at $499 and carry right through to sort of $5,000 or $6,000. But the big thing that is unique with GTs is the triple triangle design, they call it, and it's this part up here, these stays, and the top tube and the down tube design. That's unique to GT. No one else has it, and it's very, very strong. They really rate their frames as amongst the strongest available. So there's a great range of stuff. There's $499ers for the commuter or just the sort of the adventure off-roader, 21 speed rapid fire gears, just the ordinary caliper brakes. The next one up is called the Outpost Trail. The $499 is called the Palomar. The Outpost Trail is $599, and it has all the trick bits, the V-brakes, the alloy hubs, the whole deal, chrome ollie frame. And then you get the Outpost, which has got more chrome ollie tubes. It's a full chrome ollie frame, forks, the whole deal, and it's still rapid fire plus V-brakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Now this is particularly interesting. What's this one called, Doug?
Well, this is a bit of a new design. It's sort of going back to the old American cruiser style. We perhaps didn't see them in New Zealand as much as as overseas, but it's called a cruiser, and they really are comfy. They've got a huge seat on them, and there's tons and tons of cushioning in the saddle. They've got the white wall tyres, and it's a 5-speed, so it's a simplified bike. It's a great commuting bike, sort of in the same vein as the auto bike, really.
Okay.
It's a great bike for people cruising A to B and just having a bit of a cruise around.
Yeah. It's quite different with its big whirly tubes too, isn't it? It's quite different.
Yeah, it is. It's a different sort of machine. It looks really quite bizarre, but they really are comfy. The big fat tyres, and it's a long wheelbase as well, which means it's not a nippy handle. It's a really relaxed steerer, and they're really, really comfy to ride around on. Look pretty cool too.
Great. Okay,
Yeah.
no, they definitely do.
Yeah.
Now, Doug, whereabouts can we find you? I mean, you're hard to miss, aren't you?
We're in our new shop, the old Californian Fried Chicken shop. That's now a big blue building by the Herbert Street lights. So, yep, you can't miss us. We've got signage out the front, and we've got tons of free car parking. Stay here all day if you like.
Great stuff. So people need to come down and have a look, don't they?
Yep, pop in, have a look round, have a go, jump on a bike, have a chat with us. We're really keen on bikes and things, so cruise in and have a yarn. And we're also suppliers to CRT too, so there's another good reason.
Great stuff. So come on down to the big blue bike shop. It's Gladstone Cycles right by the Herbert Street lights.